Good evening and welcome back to our talk show where we bring you the latest stories and hottest conversation. And today we have our greatest guest. What we are going to talk about is a student worker. And I hope you want to know how people deal with this as students and also they are working at the same time. And I'm your host, Shirina Kinyi. Stay with us until the end. I hope you won't want to miss this beautiful session of ours. Let's get into it. So our guest is someone who's been working and at the same time studying for him to get to his goals. So welcome to our show.
Thank you.
And you want us to introduce yourself first before we dive into the main topic.
Okay, my full name's John Brighton. Yeah, John Brighton.
Okay, so the first question is, how did you come up into studying and also at the same time working?
So, at this very moment, I'm doing my second degree, and it's unfortunate that earlier on I wasn't employed, and I just wanted to get some few things apart from my education. I wanted to know how I'm gonna sustain myself, and that's why I ventured into that.
Okay. Being a student at the same time working, I know there are challenges that one faces because the schedule of the school and there are deadlines in your work or in your job. So how do you cope with that?
Actually, managing that is not that easy because very many people will say that he is committing himself, he does his studies, but at the same time he also does the course that is required to do. But it's really challenging. It's really challenging. Managing my time, my studying time, and course time is something that I can't just take it lightly.
Yeah.
I find it easy because there are very many challenges we face. Actually,
I know.
There's very many challenges. Just apart from that, the perspective that the students see you in is a very different thing on compared to how you see yourself. Actually you will get to realize that I want to commit myself to that because I want to gain something from that. I need money to sustain myself. And maybe, possibly, let me say your friends will view you in a different way. They say that, this guy is this. You know how these people talk much about people. Yeah.
And I know there are some times you can find you have an assignment to capture, you have the deadlines, maybe you've given a project in your workplace, and you have to adhere to that. I know it's such a challenging thing.
Yeah.
So after having those challenges, how do you overcome them?
First of all, they do say, not even they, but I do console myself that in everything you do, it's better you do it first.
Okay.
So when I wake up and take myself to God, let me use that word take, put myself to God in prayer, then I know God leads me through the day. He helped me handle whatever I want to do. After the day, it's obvious that I'll be very tired, very exhausted.
Yeah.
And at some point, I won't even need to do this assignment. And the only thing that I've done maybe to overcome the challenges is something like assignment. I explained whatever I'm going through to the lecturers, and at this moment, they understand me better.
So the lecturers are very understanding,
Yeah.
and that's a good one.
Sure.
Because there are some people, they don't try to understand where you're coming from and what you're doing. And I could just ask if it's possible that you're paying your school fees and also trying to help yourself in food, maybe in the basic things that we need as human beings.
Yeah, I do so. Because once I'm paid, I first organize on how I'm gonna do my shopping first.
Yeah.
Then school fees comes later.
Yeah, managing yourself is the better one.
Sure.
And I could ask John, what makes you motivated each and every day when you wake up in the morning? When you wake up and you're like, I have to do this, what always motivates you?
This phrase that says that I've left home to make home better.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's
Only
a
that,
good one.
because I'm trying to, the Kiswahili people say that kupiga darubini. I'm trying to oversee what's next in 10 years to come.
Like you're overshadowing.
That's it. In fact, that's the correct word I was looking for.
You're overshadowing how you'll be in the 10 years
Yeah.
to come.
So, I always say that positivity will always drive me to achieving whatever I want to achieve.
Yeah.
So let me just say it's only positivity towards whatever I'm doing. Yeah.
And I could also ask, like we have a lot of people who want to do it, but they don't have that courage. Okay, let me say you want to go to school, yes, you don't have to, you have to go to work. So can you encourage them, like how do they do this? What should they do for them to be the people they want to be in future?
Yeah, at that point, it's upon you. It's upon the student, basically. Because you can't stay the whole day, the whole night without food, and you still expect yourself to be attentive tomorrow in the class. It won't be easy. So it's nowadays, apart from doing the technical stuff like the job I'm doing, let me just say it's a technical one. There are very many things that the youths are ventured into. The online business, printing and the rest. So if you don't get an opportunity at the first point, look for another. So from that, you'll also get to know that maybe you do more than what you expect yourself to do.
Okay. And how is the progress right now? Because it's a lot of years you've been in the student thing and also the working thing. So how is the progress right now?
At first, when I started this, I was overpowered by very many things. I was restless, pressure here and there. But let me say at this very moment, I'm calm. Let me use that word, calm, because I can manage things.
Okay.
Yeah, I had talked to the lecturers, they understood me. Some of my fellow students, they helped me in doing some of the stuff. Some even come to me and help me dig, but I don't pay them.
Okay.
So that's also a way of motivating me.
Okay.
They let me know that I have some good people who are there for me. So let me just say I'm calm. I'm still trying to maneuver on how I'm going.
And at the point of where you're having exams, and as campus students, they always have a lot of pressure when it comes to exams. And you being in a workplace and you remember maybe at 12 I'm having this exam. So how do you cope with that? Because it's a lot of pressure.
Now that's where you bring God first.
Okay.
Yeah. Because when you just do things anyhow, I find you will suffer.
And we always say that even if you put God first, you have to read. God can't help, God helps you to remember, in remembrance. When you're there at your desk with your paper, yes, you have your God, but at least if you had read, He will help you to remember.
Yeah.
So you don't put only God, you have to study. And you have a lot of pressure at work, you have a lot of pressure in these exams. So how do you put God and also at the same time read for that exam?
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
How many hours do you think I take for sleep?
Like 4?
Oh, not very many.
Very many? Okay.
More so during exams. Let me say I sleep for 2.5 to 3 hours. Because I wake up very early. Let me say around 3. Do my studies up to around 6. That's when I leave for the job that let me say I have a paper at around 12. I'll go for my work from 6 up to around 11 or 10. So during this time, I'll work having something in mind that at immediately 12, I'll be having a paper. So that paper, I'd have taken my time earlier on in that period from 3 to 6, doing my research, my summary about the topics I've been taught, something like this.
Okay, as we are ending our talk show for today, I want you to tell students who are suffering outside there and they have the idea of let me do a job, but they are scared to do it, they are scared to jump into such. So how can you encourage them?
Just believe in yourself, in whatever you want to do. If you want to venture into a job opportunity, do it, don't be afraid. Just go there, do your thing. Make sure you make someone proud. It's not a matter of just making someone proud or making your friend or your family member. No, just do whatever you wanna do. Be positive, and everything will work well for you.
And that's how we are going to wrap it up. And it's our talk show as a youth hub. And please, I don't want you to miss our next session from our talk show. Until next time.